Release the stress, release the love, forget the rest. Welcome back to the channel, and on this episode, I am going to take you through my design for Beyonce's Break My Soul song. It was an idea that I had when I saw her British Vogue photo shoot. It was one picture in particular where I thought, I wonder if I could take this into Illustrator and make something cool out of it. And I think I did. So with this, I am sharing with you my process. I actually record using QuickTime. I record my screen a lot of the times when I'm doing a design so that I can capture my process. That's how I do that on my Instagram, little time lapses, as well as capturing things that I input on videos in my YouTube. So this is the picture that I had for the Break My Soul. So this is the picture of like, wow, her face is directly forward. It's surrounded by this beautiful, her face is front forward. So the thing with when I create facial or portrait style logos or illustrations, I like to have a front facing portrait that I can play off of. It makes it easier when I'm trying to do things in a symmetrical fashion, especially. So I took this and I zoomed in, and then with getting a portrait, you're simplifying a complex portrait. So basically what you're trying to do is to identify what are the key elements that will allow someone to be able to look at the simplistic version of what you do, but be able to tell what you're getting the inspiration from. So as I started, the first thing I did was I did the simple shapes, because I didn't want to try to just draw it by hand. So I want things to be symmetrical. So what's more symmetrical than a circle? So I made sure everything was centered. And then I went ahead and had the circle start off. So basically the beginning is getting the general shape of the head in general. And then once I have the general shape of the head the way I want it, then I can go inside and, do the facial features. So the first thing I did was I had the design here where I have the two circles, and I'm trying to match my illustration with the general shape of Beyonce's face in this portrait here. So you have the skull, the rest of the face, the ears, and I'm trying to make sure that everything is symmetrical. So I'm doing a lot of reflecting. You'll see a lot of reflecting because that's how I make sure that things are going to be symmetrical. So one side to match the other side. It just makes it easier instead of trying to draw everything by hand or do a pen tool with every nook and cranny. I want to make sure that on one side is good. And then once I have that one side good, I can just do reflect, flip it over, merge the paths, and make everything work out the way it needs to. So I was still playing around with how I could get that shape, the chin and the jawline the way I wanted it to, and getting those shapes. So as you see here, once I do this, and this is something that I've done relatively more recently in my career, is use Shape Builder. So Shape Builder kind of allows you to take parts of what you've done here and say, okay, I want this shape to combine with this shape. So you're able to just put all the shapes together at the same time, and then you have them overlap in a way to where you can do something like this, where you're using Shape Builder to combine everything. So instead of trying to use one shape to encapsulate the entire face, you're able to use multiple shapes. And then once you have everything aligned and overlapping the way you want to, you combine them all. So you're taking many shapes to kind of map out or guide how you want the face to be illustrated. And then you use the shape builder tool in Illustrator to combine them all together. So that's what I did, was kind of, once I got the face that I wanted. And a key thing here is you'll notice that I'm including the hair. So my idea is with the outline, I can have the hair connect to the outline to where the hair is happening inside the shape of the head. So the hair is within, and you'll see it once I scrub it. So, and even with the hair, I'm doing these symmetrical things. So you have that. And once I have halfway the way I want it to, I flip it the other way. And then once I have the hair and the head, that's usually the order in which I go in. Then I go into the eyes and the eyelashes. And you'll notice here, like I said before, having the highlight, having the eye there, I'm working exclusively on one side, because me mapping everything out to one side, as you see here. So I have the eyes, I have the eyelashes, I have the nose, and I have the lips on that one side. So once I have that the way I want it, then I'm selecting everything and just flipping it. And then I combine it. And then this is what you have. You have the completed face. And you can use this technique for any kind of logo or illustration you want, where you want it to be of a portrait style variety. The best thing to do is to do things in stages as much as possible. So kind of break it down, because a lot of design is looking at the blank screen, not really knowing how you're going to do it. So, and doing portraits, you have something to play off of, so it makes it easier than just doing something from scratch. But you want to do it in stages. So once I had the face, then the outside of how I wanted to do the outside, because in the portrait, it's not just a circle around her, but kind of want to keep everything symmetrical. So I decided to do several circles behind her, and then have it to where it's focusing in on her face, but the circles, I'm not trying to completely recreate the fashion that's in the portrait, but I do want that to be a reference. So this is the complete time lapse. So you see, you get the shape of the head, as I discussed before. Once you get the shape of the head, then you're going with the hair. Once you get the hair, then you do the facial features. And then once you do the facial features, then I decided how I wanted the outside to go. So I did several circles. I did the globe earrings with the planet earrings, and then I played around with the color. And then I decided to do the break my soul in text, because that wasn't my initial plan, but once I saw the circles, and then I did the earrings where it's like the planetary earrings, and I moved them up to the center, so everything's going to the center. Then I thought, all these circles kind of reminds me of a record, a vinyl record. So then I put the "You Won't Break My Soul" in the text, and I had the text on the circle path. So let me see if I can show you that. So here is the base. This is my source file. So, and sometimes I'll group everything just so I can make sure everything's centered. So when I export it out for Instagram or anything, I can make sure that all of that is centered, so I'm not having to go from Illustrator to Photoshop just to make a 1080 by 1080 for Instagram. But specifically the text, and I actually did the text and then had another layer so that the stroke around it, the golden stroke around it, would be to my liking. But here, as you can see, because when you're trying to, it'll be like a mini tutorial within the within this breakdown. So let's see. And if you want me to do more like straight up tutorial things, please leave a like, share, subscribe, and also leave a comment saying yes, more full-on tutorials, please. So you have this here, you have a circle. So I made a circle. So when I want to have the text go around the circle, and this works for any shape, I hold this type tool and then I go to type on path. And once I say type on path and I click there, then I can type whatever I want. And then when I'm typing whatever I want, then I just go to, making the text bigger. And then once you do, once you make the text bigger up to a certain point, you're gonna want to be like, okay, how do I align it? So if you have that, you kind of rotate it around, boom, boom, boom. So that's a quick little tutorial on how I did the text. So going back to this, I did the "You Won't Break My Soul" and kind of have that going around, and then have it to where I position it to where you see the "Break My Soul," but you spin it around. And then in Premiere, which is what I use to edit my videos, I just kind of have it around. I do a little rotation, did a one rotation to where it's there. So let's go back and play the entire thing. So yeah, that's what I did for the Beyonce "Break My Soul." I have it as a reel on my Instagram with the song playing in the background. Can't play the song here because YouTube copyright strikes, all that. Don't want to do that. But yeah, that is my work on that. So thanks for watching. Be sure to like, share, and subscribe. Leave a comment down below if you want more videos like this. If you want me to do like little Adobe Illustrator tutorials, if you want me to break down my process more, let me know in the comment section down below. Remember, as you go along in life, teach as you learn and inspire as you do. See you next time.